Sottle, I heard two things that these two have in common, and it's beyond the success they've had. It's that they don't really care about much else other than just winning. They want to just win.
I think that is fairly ever-present mentality across most top competitors in any competitive discipline. It's just a drive to win. As Kolento said, I think you can take that statement that he applied to being a professional gamer and really just apply it to anything. Like, if your motivation is money and fame and prizes and trophies, then you're only going to get so far. Like, the true greats are greats because they can't allow themselves to be anything else. They just have to win. Like, it's pathological in some sense for a lot of people. I think these two players do fall into that category.
It's not the word I would have used, but it's to the point. I want to look at the protections and bans now. That Divine Shield around the class means it's been protected and ineligible to be banned prior to the match. Kolento protected his Highlander Hunter deck in the series. It's one of the few times we've been seeing it brought recently by someone other than Silvername. For hunterace, he's protected his warrior in this matchup, his control warrior, which features a copy of Spellword Jeweler in it, specifically to tech against Holy Wrath Paladin. And then on both sides, Priest has been banned away. Shocking!
Whoa! This is some APAC gaming right now.
Starting off with a Druid mirror match, where both players agreed to do nothing for several turns.
Hooray! The deck lists, neither playing Nomi.
I thought we were going to agree to do nothing for the first couple of turns.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was a good bit. I missed the social cues, as I am known to do.
Well, if you want to be social, don't be a gamer.
There you go. Kolento said it. He's right as always. But deck lists. Neither of them playing Nomi, which does kind of change the dynamic of the matchup a bit. If either or both players are playing Nomi, really, the best metric to see who's ahead in the matchup is just who is closer to the bottom of their deck. Because that race to play the first Nomi and then being able to floop and release it and everything else is, like, you're so far ahead if you can do that before your opponent without dying. Without Nomi in the deck, it does get very, very different. Like, who's ahead on board, who's ahead on resources, who's ahead on tempo, all of those things matter a lot more. Nomi, I think, really polarizes how the matchup is played, but it's a card that we are seeing less and less and less of as the weeks go on in Hearthstone Grandmasters. In Europe, at least. I can't speak for the other regions.
I think as it stands right now, I'm going to give Kolento the advantage. First was the Innervate on turn 1. I think pretty crucial in the mirror match. Second is he has the Nourish lined up for turn 6. And hunterace is the first one prompted to respond. This is the first time I've seen him not just shake his head at something bad happening, though. That's a very common hunterace trait.
Yep.
It's like, not the perfect outcome. I expect perfect from the deck. I expect perfect from myself, and I deliver. Why isn't the deck following suit? Oh, boy.
Say that the matchup isn't immediately dictated by who's closer to the bottom of their deck if you're not playing Nomi. It's still a pretty good indicator because it can show you which one of the players has cast Nourish.
Tendies!
There you go.
Surgers!
Now you're getting it.
I think hunterace is in a heap of trouble.
Yep. The good news is that his deck, Quest Druid in general, has so much stability that he's not likely to die in the next couple of turns. So he does have time to scratch and claw his way back into this. But the discrepancy in the quality of the starts is enormous.
Yeah, I'm looking at Surger Power of the Wild next turn, and I am seeing a lot of bad things happening for hunterace.
Yeah.
When this is the best play you got. I mean, Wrath possibilities open now.
Oh, just Loti Wrath clean to take care of it, you say?
Yeah.
Can see that.
Get the Lodi developed that way, which is a big fear for hunterace.
It's a little awkward, just because you have 4 remaining afterwards. Are you going to drop a Power of the Wild in that world as well?
I'm guessing I would.
Okay.
Copy of Mind Control tech in the deck for hunterace. Kolento does not have a copy of Mind Control tech. So planning for that outcome, I think, you know, that is something that you basically start doing at this stage of the game.
Yeah, especially when your opponent has missed so many key cards in the early game, right? Like wasn't innovating early on to find extra turns, didn't nourish on 6. You start to think about, well, what cards does my opponent have in their hand? And there's a lot of them, right? Like you can see the range of cards that hunterace does have. I think you can account for, or you can have a lot too much faith in a hand read in this situation, because there's a huge range of cards that your opponent can still have.
Oh, how about just rip the Innervate?
Oh, that Innovate just punched me in the gut. Disgusting.
Ah, there's the head shake. Yeah, find your way out of that one.
He's gonna try.
What to do?
Ouch. Spy and a swipe.
Really?
Wrath again, Innervate swipe.
Oh, okay. Sure. Even then, like, the swipe itself is always inefficient, right?
It is. I guess it would depend on whether or not you expect Kolento to expose the Lodi next turn.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't typically expect that.
Job done.
No sign of this hand slowing down just yet for Kolento.
Yeah, the one way it's definitely exposed more often is in the case of Power of the Wild and Tending Tauren. For Kolento, though, you have to think about how the setup looks. And Lodi Starfall, I'm guessing, is on his mind.
Yep, turn 8. Combination just became possible.
Just going further.
Just a nice Bloodfen Raptor. That's what we needed this turn.
It's a nice one. Good luck, hunterace. Yep. Ow. Ow again.
Oh, he actually ripped it, and it's not good enough.
You take exactly 17 on the backswing.
Shout out to Kolento. He recognized the one thing that he was being threatened by. He played around it effectively.
I'm going to say it again. You take exactly 17 on the backswing.
I didn't check your maths, so I'm hoping you're right.
That's insane.
Looks like 17 to me, yeah.
So the Lodi has to be exposed.
Yep.
This gets in the way.
Not enough, though, versus Kolento's hand. Not enough versus a huge range of what Kolento's hand could be, so I still think
you are still alive in this spot.
Yep. I mean, like, that one taunt plus leaving the Loti stealth was just not going to be good enough against any real range of Kolento's hand. But attacking with the Loti, much more secure. Wait, are you? Yes, it's one off, right?
One off.
Swipe face, Wrath the minion.
What to do?
So what can the Wrath find? There's 2 copies of Power of the Wild.
Second copy of Power of the Wild will do it, yeah.
Second swipe.
Yep. his War Druid Loti? Do you already play it?
Yes.
He did? Yeah, okay. So just those two, I think.
Time waits for no one.
Worthy Expedition something? Oh, he's already played both.
Both gone, yeah.
Yep. Alright, just those two outs.
So Kolento says, I want to develop even further then. Heal up my minion.
Yeah, makes sense.
Nine mana. My kingdom for a 10th mana.
Expeditions for a Wrath? Should be a full clear here. Right? No, not quite. It's the one off. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know if he stays alive. I don't think he does.
I wonder.
I don't see it. It's the best shot you've got, though.
No one.
Yeah, as far as hunterace knows, he's alive. Only taking 12 on the following turn from what he can see. He is taking this full 18 to the face.
Dominant game from Kolento in the first one. Early nourish and pressure beating down the door the entire way.
Yep. Hunterace looking pretty zen about it though. Taking a quick trip to his happy place. Kolento, who of course famously does not have a happy place, just looks as Kolento always does.
The happy place is just simply away from us.
Yes, correct. Well, you.
No, it's us.
All right, fair
We
enough.
come as a pair in this one. Can't separate the two. Nope, doesn't work that way. Nope, absolutely not. Away from us.
I think he quite likes me.
Then by proxy, he would also like me. I just established it's a pair. Can't deny it. No debate against it.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Glad we're in agreement on something. For once. Partially, at least. So this is our featured match here. Kolento, again, super dominant in game number one. You saw it. Not really too much to talk about on the issue of it. Hunterace just struggling from behind. So we got to go to a quick break. When we come back, game number 2 of this series is getting underway. Both players hunting down that number 1 spot in their division. Stay tuned.
Legends say powerful treasures are hidden everywhere here in Aldum.
If we hope to defeat Rafam, we'll need as many as we can get. He's already unleashed the ancient plague lords and countless monsters. Keep them distracted, Reno.
Not a problem. This plan is totally gonna work. Ain't that right, Finley?
Oh, yes! I have them right where I want them!
There is an artifact here. The name is...
The scales of justice. Oh, it must be really fancy.
only to be used in a time of great peril. Yes, I think this qualifies.
Hey, look, Finley! You've lured one of the Plague Lords!
Take this, fiend!
In the face! Yeah! Hey, guys! Get that treasure! We've got a Plague Lord to destroy!
Yes, please, hurry!
Not to worry, Finley. We'll just push this thing right here.
No, that's a trap! Watch out!
It's all good. I am totally tired.
Gracious me!
What we actually need to do is press this. And there.
A
fish.
No, It's the scales of justice.
Oh. Ah, who wants to use it first?
Oh, I do! Me! On second thought, maybe give it to Finley?
All you had to do was hold a rope.
Here we go, blaming the tall, ruggedly handsome guy again.
My name is Kevin Casey Eberlein. A Grandmaster means to me that the last year of 2018 was a success. After having so much tournament success and getting to Grandmasters by most of the time just gaining points, gathering points and just performing well in tournaments means that I did something right. My goal was to get to the highest level of competition, and Grandmaster is the highest level of competition, and I achieved it, so I'm super happy. What I'm really good is at playing off muscle memory. So at the start of any meta game, the first week, I figure out the best decks, but I play them pretty poorly. So I just keep playing them till I actually know everything. And this is just, preparation is key. I don't only like Hearthstone, I love it, it's my passion. My life, it changed a lot since I started playing Hearthstone. I used to be really, really shy.
Really?
Yes. And then after Thais, Crane talked to me, I just got a confidence boost. And from there I changed quite a lot. Try to be the best what I can get out of myself, and then I'm gonna be happy.
Welcome back to Hearthstone Grandmasters. We are amidst our fourth match of the day, our featured match between Kolento and hunterace in this one. Right now, Kolento has a 1-0 lead. I'm Nathan, that's Admiral Zamora, joined by Simon Sottle Welch, and we just came off the back of a Druid Mirror where Kolento kept tempo the entire game.
Yeah, just kind of ran away with it. He had that early pressure with the Oasis Surges. He backed that up with the early Nourish, which is the big thing that was missing from hunterace's hand. And you just kind of saw what happens. You know, this is Druid Mirror's tale as old as time, when one person is able to do 8 manas, 9 manas worth of stuff, and then the opponent has to respond with 5 or 6. It doesn't look very pretty.
Oh, it does not. It's usually a recipe for losing this one. So we're moving on to game number 2. Kolento go with Highlander Hunter. In this next game, he's taken on the Druid once again from hunterace's side. So Hunter has been one of the decks that we've been talking about. And in terms of its performance in Grandmasters, it has looked pretty darn good. I believe it's in the top 4 performing decks right now in terms of win rate.
Yeah,
albeit its sample size a little bit less than a lot of the other decks we have.
Yeah, it has looked strong, but it's been strong sparingly. We haven't seen it every series. We haven't been seeing it in every lineup. But Kolento has enough faith not only to bring it here as his 4th deck, but also to then protect it in the series. Neither priest, again, was protected in this series, which then meant both priests got banned, which I believe is fairly unique for what we've been seeing in European Grandmasters.
A couple of small cards, I think, to point out in Kolento's deck. He's gone with Shimmerfly in his Highlander Hunter, typically. He's been one of the players who's played it the most. And Shimmerfly is not always in all these lists that I've seen. They've tended to kind of trim on 1-drops.
Sure.
Also including a Houndmaster and a baited arrow in the deck. The Houndmaster, of course, meant to, act as a snowball mechanism if you have early beast rolling. And the baited arrow, as I heard Bloodyface so wonderfully described when he had brought it to a tournament, it just lines up so well against Ziliax on turn 5.
Yep. There is that Houndmaster, and you see one of the cards that it pairs so nicely with, that Hyena Alpha, gives you some really powerful potential curves of Secret on 2, Coin Hyena on 3, Houndmaster on 4. And that's kind of how you want to go about building a Highlander deck. You want to have as many possible different variations of those powerful curves as you can, and Houndmaster coming in just kind of plays nicely with a few other cards around that. Animal Companion on 3, Coin Hyena Alpha. You just give yourself options. You give maximum opportunity for your weirdly inconsistent deck to do something that at least creates the illusion of consistency.
This is a weird turn to me for hunterace. And Innervate does feel a turn late. However, he can minimize the impact that this Houndmaster would have. And that would require a pretty great deal of faith and insight into the matchup.
What are you describing?
If you coin hero, or if you innovate hero power.
For no one.
So I was curious whether you were potentially describing innovating an Oasis Surgeon later on in the game, yeah.
I was thinking about cutting into the snowball mechanisms. That's a deck, you know, Hunter's a deck that's designed to do that. Try to take that potential away.
Yeah, kind of like it.
He's getting some very good news here on turn 3 as well. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Very much as the song goes. Hunter, what is it good for?
Weirdly, that's not how I remember the lyrics. It's got to try and set up this Houndmaster for the following turn. It's not going to work though. hunterace has this checked as well. Kolento just really trying to get some pressure rolling here. So what this deck really does very well is it just puts weird mid-rangey pressure on decks like Quest Druid. If you can then draw one of your big finishers, be it the Zephyrus, be it the Dino Tamer Bran, often get you over the line.
Uh-oh. I think it's a nod to the fact that there's no other card draw in hand.
Okay.
You have a pair of Surgers. If your Surgers aren't the best because of Houndmaster, you're probably okay with it.
Yeah, actually, this is just kind of fine, right? Like, I was about to say this plays into multiple cards from Kolento's side, Houndmaster and Ziliax, of which he has both. But in either of those worlds, you're just fine with playing an Oasis Surger on the following turn anyway. So there's very little punish for hunterace to make the, I'd say, mana-efficient play with Quest Druid, which kind of has a weird definition in its own right. And you see Kolento just having to trade to respect the threat of Oasis Surgers coming down.
Yeah, I think it's a wise trade. I think if you don't trade there, then some things can really go awry.
Yep.
For the rest of your game plan. As it stands, things still don't look pretty.
Yeah, this 5-1 is making your Unleash the Beast look very stupid.
Yeah, that's what I think when I see Unleash the Beast. You're stupid. How good was that explosive trap?
Yeah, he just had so little to do that turn without it. Crucially, the combination of Unleash the Beast and Zul'jin is in hand for Kolento. Unleash the Beast is perhaps the most important card to be playing outside of maybe Deadly Shot in some matchups when you get to that eventual Zul'jin turn, just because it's often the biggest tempo swing.
I mean, if I'm looking at this hand from Kolento, this is like exactly what I want to see. I want to see some more spells show up, and I want to Zul'jin Unleash the Beast twice.
How much initiative is he going to have lost before he gets to that point, though?
That's a good question. I think for hunterace, it's exactly what he's trying to create. How do I make the toughest board possible for Kolento's side? So that looks to me like a turn setup here with the Floop on the Oasis Surger. You use a 2-mana card. Next turn, you play a 5-mana Oasis Surger, use another 2-mana card.
Yep. Surger into Floop just annoys me. I'm just going to put that out there. This should be illegal.
Yeah, well, get wrecked, idiot.
Yeah, no, I mean, fair enough. Gosh, that's unnecessarily powerful.
hunterace, he risked the pressure plate last turn, right?
Yes.
It's kind of an unlucky order for Kolento then. Pressure plate shows up right after the explosive trap.
There was no way to do it that didn't run that risk, though. Like, he couldn't guarantee himself a full clear in the world where pressure plate was there.
No, you could.
Go
You would
on.
just have weaker Oasis Surgers.
Oh, like, if you just don't play the Power of the Wild.
No, you just clear Power of the Wild. Hits the Power of the Wild token, then you play your Surger.
Yeah, okay.
Moves quickly.
I mean, there's a ton of secrets in the deck, though. I'm feeling some ouchies. I'm going to put Kolento officially in the camp of trouble. You see the payoff now. Finding out that wasn't pressure plate.
Payoff of finding out that it is explosive trap.
Ooh.
Means that no rat considerations, no snake considerations. I guess you already tested for snake on the previous turn.
Yeah, this is a very clear, like, Wrath Oasis Surger to me. I cannot even imagine doing else. It's always worth thinking about, but this is just like unthinkably good versus what Hunter does.
Yeah. As soon as you say something like that, I just immediately want to find a different play. Be like, no, this! But no,